My name is Lochala. I serve Unity Health as Chief Medical Officer. I'm also a family physician and have the privilege of being here today with Chaplain Greg Gaddis. Unity Health is unique in that we've got chaplaincy corps, and they serve both our spiritual needs and our emotional needs. And Chaplain Greg, can you just tell us a little bit about what you do and the impact that having a chaplain does on our physical healing and our spiritual healing?
Okay. Well, it is important to think about. And thank you for talking with me, by the way, Dr. Lochala. Health is much more than just physical, and I'm thankful that we have a great hospital here that provides great physical health and medical care for those who are sick or hurting. It is so important for that. But at the same time, we're also emotional beings and spiritual beings. And I'm thankful that our hospital sees the need to provide that care as well as spiritual and emotional care for our patients. Because a lot of times when a patient comes in, they're not only wrestling with that physical problem. A lot of people come to the hospital, maybe it's their first time, and they're just scared, afraid, don't know what's going to happen, whether it's a serious injury or they don't know what's wrong with them. They're running tests or potential of death. So a lot of times a chaplain can come alongside them, be a friend, a comforter, listen, and do a lot of active listening to our patients who are struggling with things.
Yeah. Chaplain Greg also provides his services to our teammates. So it's not just our patients, but those of us that work at Unity Health and are a part of this organization. It's so nice to know that there's an ear we can talk to, there's a shoulder we can cry on, and there's been a lot of times over the past year and a half that our healthcare teammates have needed that ear, have needed that listening, and we thank you so much for helping us deal with the things that have come along with the pandemic and have affected our lives, personally and professionally. And so it's just such a blessing to have a chaplain on staff at Unity Health and an active part of what we do every day.
Well, it's a privilege to be able to do that, and we've got a great team of workers here at Unity. They work hard, they're diligent, they take great care of their patients. Sometimes they get stressed out, and they just need somebody to talk to, somebody to vent to, what they're wrestling with. And then oftentimes, just like everybody, their personal lives, and what they have going on personally, whether it's physical or things in their family, it impacts them. And sometimes they just need somebody to talk to about it, and I'm glad to be able to be there. Plus we have about 10 volunteer chaplains who help us as well as part of the chaplaincy team, and I'm very thankful for those in the clergy in the community who help us in that area. We wouldn't be able to do it without them. So.
And that's a great point. And I've seen several of our volunteer chaplains on weekends and nights up here, and we're just so thankful to live in a community that can share that responsibility among our pastors in town and within the community and the areas that we serve, and just recognizing that a hospital is so much more than our physical needs. It's our emotional and our spiritual needs as well.
Yes.
And we need all of these things to get better. So thank you so much to you and your core of volunteers that help minister to us at Unity Health.
Well, happy to do that. And one thing I want to point out too is that, I'm very thankful this is a conservative community, very biblical. I mean, this is the Bible Belt. And most people have some kind of church affiliation here in the community. I'm trained, as well as the volunteer chaplains are trained to respect everyone's denominational views and those kind of things. We're trying to get those individuals to draw from their spiritual resources, where they come from. We're not going to force our views on them. If you ask me what I believe, I'll tell you what I believe, but I'm not going to force that on someone. So we're very respectful of other people's views. We want them to draw from their spiritual resources to gain strength and comfort during this trial in their life.
Yeah, that's just so important, yes. Chaplain. And we just thank you so much for what you provide for our community.
Well, I'm glad that Unity Health offers this to the community.